This uncle dropped us 200 kilometers off his route.
Really?
What is wrong with people in Mongolia? Why are they like this?
He made Navneet sit and drive, and he's like, continue driving, it's okay, continue driving. And Navneet drove almost for 4 hours.
Yeah, it was fun. Driving in Mongolia was definitely fun. But then 200 kilometers off his route. The last time something like this happened was in Rwanda, where you remember that uncle drove us towards the Tanzanian border. It was 60 kilometers off his route. But 200. Anyway, we're now in a town called Mangkhan, and our planned destination for the day is Khovd, which is about 50 minutes from here, about 70 kilometers. So we have to hitchhike one more time. There's a toll plaza ahead, so hopefully we can get a ride. And once we get there, we have to look for a place to stay. Bye bye, uncle. And in a crazy turn of events, the last folks that we hitchhiked with, a family that was driving from the toll plaza where we got off with our last friend. They were driving to Khovd, which is our destination for the evening. It was about 75 kilometers, about an hour's worth of driving. And as soon as we got into the car, they were like, where are you planning to stay? And we were typing on Translate to say, when we get to town, we'll try and find an accommodation somewhere on the highway. Basically, we want a cheap stay, blah, 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 because usually locals know where it's cheap to stay. So while we were typing that, even before we could show it, the lady of the family was super insistent that we come and stay with them. So this is their ger, or their actual house. This is where they actually live. This is where they live full time. It's in Khovd city. There are obviously normal modern apartments also here, but a lot of families, as we saw while coming down here to this part of the city, actually live in gers because of the extreme weather here. And right there is one of the mountains. The entire city is actually surrounded by what I think could be the Altai mountain range. And it's right now sunset hour, but it's 9:30 p.m. Look at that, it's so bright. It's so bright. The mountains look incredibly cool. And this entire yard is theirs. So they have one yard there, another one on that side, and then a little, some kind of a tool house with a wash basin and sink. I think the toilet must be somewhere else. But this is so cool. They were super insistent that we come and stay with them, so now we've come here. It's so confusing because this is like actual couch surfing without the couch surfing app. And this, the warmth of these people so far has been really nice. They're feeding us a lot of food. People warned us that this would happen in southern and western Mongolia. We didn't believe them. Now, I guess we're experiencing a part of it right now. So, yeah, that's that. Shish is inside talking to them.
Once we got into their gur, we started talking so much just by using Google Translate. And the lady was so interested. She was showing her photos, her marriage pictures. She was talking a lot about her siblings, her parents. And it was so nice to stay in an actual gur. Like all the times we stayed was in a hotel type ghar, but this was an actual ghar, and it was so pleasantly big and it felt so comfortable and cozy inside. And then after that, we fell asleep almost at midnight. We were talking so much. Today morning, we woke up to the baby crying. We had some coffee, and then they brought us all the way to the highway towards Bayan Ulgi. And this place, just look at that. There is a little street, there is this rocky mountain, there's this patch of grass, and it's absolutely quiet and nice.
And just like that, we made it to Bayan Ulgi. It took us a bit over 3 hours this morning because the person who was giving us the ride, he was part of a group of 5 Land Cruisers that were just driving on that highway, and they kept taking stops. They were all seniors, and they kept stopping just to get a bit of the view or to smoke or do things like that. They also stopped for something like a brunch. So it took us a bit longer than expected, but now we are in Bayan Ulgi, and we're just staying in another ger here, another ger yurt camp. So this is in somebody's home. We tried to look for a hostel, but when we got to the hostel, it seemed to be full, and we couldn't find something that was more reasonably within the budget in the city center. So we're just about a kilometer out from the city center, easy 15-minute walk. But this is the place we have, and there's a family that lives right here. It's a very quiet neighborhood. It's very local. There's no tourists here, but we did see quite a few people in the city center. A lot of them who are actually riding on motorbikes across Mongolia. I guess this is where they start when they're coming in from the west, say from Europe or Central Asia. So Bayan Ulgi so far, quiet. But this is in fact the end of the trans-Mongolian journey for us. Typically people do this in a bus. It takes about 35 hours to come by bus from Ulaanbaatar to here, Bayan Ulgi, which is the last big city on the western Mongolian side. We're only an hour or so to the Russian border and an hour or so to the Chinese border. And once you cross through either one of them, the Kazakh border is just another 1 hour from there. Both Kazakhstan and Mongolia are so close to each other, but they don't touch each other because of these two countries. And the other thing we've quickly learned after coming here is that most people here, most Mongolian people here, are actually of Kazakh descent or Kazakh tribes. So they speak Kazakh, the language, and we are getting to refresh a bit of what we had learned when we were in Central Asia in season 2. So it's really nice. And here comes Shish. We've just had pizza. It was very delicious.
Well, it's pizza time, and look how big it is. It's been so long.
You had it just like some days back in Ulaanbaatar.
It's too long. But I'm so excited.
How do you like the place we're staying at?
Yeah, it's nice. It's not too far from the city. And we have lots of food options around. And it even has Wi-Fi. And it has hot shower.
So, this is where we're staying. Right now, it's just the two of us inside.
And it's a pretty big ghar. Or yurt as the Kazakhs call it.
Oh, look at that. It's a bit dark right now, but
Where's the switch?
we have a skylight over there. And then there's also an LED. I don't see where the switch is. Oh, okay, there you go. So the family that, has this in their backyard, it's actually for the kids to play here. But they do have 3 beds. That's ours.
This entire place is just for us. It feels like I'm in the center of a dance theater.
Feels like we are inside the Harry Potter tent. You know, the one that looks tiny from outside and you come inside and it's huge. That's what this feels like. They also brought us tea and some rice when we got here.
But the only scary thing or the only weird thing for me is that they have hung the skin of Mongolian wolves or
No,
fox.
those are Siberian foxes.
Siberian fox.
Look at that. So this is a Siberian fox. They're quite tiny, but
It's not tiny, it's as big as me.
no, it's just that much. It's like, what, 2.5, 3 feet. But they're really large in number around here in Siberia. There's also a bigger one there and another one there. So whichever place Shish wants to sleep, she's gonna look at one of these.
Face away from it. Gatsnika.
So that pretty much was our journey across the country till here.
I can't believe we made it from the south to somewhere in the center, Ulaanbaatar, and from there almost the entire way from east to west of Mongolia. Ulaanbaatar is somewhere in the eastern part of
Central
Mongolia.
East, yeah. But this was so phenomenally fun. I guess we would have seen a bit more of the Gobi Desert if we had signed up for a tour, but tours here are quite expensive. A general idea we got from other travelers we met on the way was somewhere like 70 euros, $70 per day per person for 7 days. So you can do the math. It's $140 at least per day for 2 of us, which would have driven things crazy.
Yeah. The only thing we would have seen there would be sand dunes, dry deserts, and some Bactrian camels, which we also got to see on our way here.
Yeah, we did see some sand dunes
Yeah.
on our first day while coming in from Ulaanbaatar to Harhorin. We also got to see a lot of dry landscape throughout the last couple of days. And we also got to see camels, like the Bactrian camels. We were so close to them. We got to see a nomadic family that was raising camels in their backyard. And we also got to see so many out in the open.
Yeah. Our road till Altai Gobi was more green and more grassy, but once we crossed this town, it was more of desert, more rocky mountains. It was more dry.
Yeah, and it got pretty hot.
Yeah.
So that's about it. So we'll see you again in the next video. We still don't know what exactly we're going to do. Are we going to sightsee some more here or get to the border? But you'll know very soon. So see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
It's postcard time.
Suivan and pizza.